I thought I would look at a few ENTJ fictional characters in films and TV series to see how similar they are to my partner, who is also an ENTJ. I will start with one of the most common characters chosen to portray ENTJs in fiction, Maximus Decimus Meridius, from the film Gladiator. He is a natural leader, able to quickly come up with the best course of action, and has a natural charisma that draws people to follow his plans. He uses dominant, extroverted thinking to take charge, and without trying, he just falls into the leadership roles, something many ENTJs will do, or will want to do. My partner is definitely a natural leader, and people want to follow him whether he is in a position of leadership or not, and Maximus experiences the same thing. Also, another trait of ENTJs is their devout loyalty to those they love and care about. Maximus is extremely loyal to his family, basing many of his actions around them and wanting to seek justice for them. He is also honourable, even when he faces horrible trials and punishments for things he has actually not done. He doesn't let anger or hatred take over. He remains logical and uses his intellect to make the best of his situation and to turn it around for good. He is able to use his introverted intuition to come up with long-term plans that reach his end goal of returning home and then seeking justice. His inferior introverted feeling can also be seen through how he handles grief, bottling it up and not dealing with it in a healthy manner by sharing how he is feeling with others. His values are at the core of why he does the things the way he does, but they are not apparent when you look at him. You definitely wouldn't say he was being led by feelings. ENTJs are naturally not the world's best at dealing with extreme emotions, and they can become overwhelmed by them. But as they grow, they can use their introverted feeling to decide on their values, and then carry them out with a more dominant extroverted thinking and introverted intuition. I think Maximus is a good all-round portrayal of an ENTJ, not getting stuck on the stereotypes of them being power-hungry and only caring about ruling the world. ENTJs have massive hearts, but you won't know that unless you're one of the lucky, select few that they choose to share that side of themselves with. Next, I want to look at Harry Wells from the most recent The Flash TV series. Harry is a bit stereotypical of ENTJs. He is highly intelligent and uses his extroverted thinking in tandem with his introverted intuition to solve many problems and is a real asset to the team. He is a brilliant problem solver, and the other members of the team often look to him when a problem arises. Again, he naturally takes a leadership role when it comes to solving problems. He is very loyal to his daughter and wants her to be happy, but due to his inferior introverted feeling, he doesn't realise that he is the one making her unhappy at times. He is more of an unhealthy portrayal of an ENTJ when it comes to introverted feeling. He does not know how to deal with his emotions best, and they can often cause him problems that he has to work his way out of with his logic. His emotions get him into trouble and cause rifts between those he cares about, but he does eventually learn how to understand them better. Harry is quite brash in how he talks, and can often hurt people without realising, because he just gets straight to the point in an efficient manner, without worrying too much about other people's feelings. His tertiary extroverted sensing is seen often through him throwing things when he gets cross, showing that he has really worked on his top two functions very well, and just left his bottom two functions alone, so they still come across in a fairly immature fashion. Some areas of his character are similar to my partner, but my partner is definitely more well-rounded than Harry, and probably fits closer to Maximus's character out of the two. Lastly is a female ENTJ, Dana Scully from the X-Files books and TV series. Dana is also highly intelligent and very logical. She works in a field where logic cannot always be used to explain the supernatural events that she sees, and yet she still finds a way to explain them. She is also always searching for deeper meanings with her introverted intuition, so the two can sometimes seem to contradict themselves. TE wants objective truth that makes sense, and NI loves delving deep into rabbit holes and discovering deeper meanings and perspectives. She has to look for hidden meanings in her job, because almost nothing is as straightforward as initially thought, but at the same time she wants the truth in a logical way, and so she doesn't get too carried away with those theories and concepts. The two functions manage to balance each other out well, and to help her to do her job. She doesn't rely on feelings, or just what she sees in front of her. Her extroverted sensing and introverted feeling are well developed enough not to sabotage her when she is stressed, as seen with Harry, but she has still worked primarily on her top two functions, as they are the most important ones for her job. She is more direct than her partner Fox Mulder, and can also come across as brash at times, but her analytical brain always helps her to solve the problem at hand and to come to the right conclusion. It is a little bit more difficult to compare other ENTJs to Dana, because her job is highly specific and naturally draws out part of her personality more than others. But I would say she fits being an ENTJ, and I could see my partner being very similar if he was in a job like that. He wants the objective truth, but he also knows that there are often hidden meanings behind what we see in front of us. I do wonder if it's common for ENTJs to be interested in finding out the truth when it comes to the supernatural. It makes sense for their personality. My partner definitely is too. I know I am being an INFJ, so I wonder if it's an introverted intuition thing, or just intuition in general. Just a bit of food for thought. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this little look into a few ENTJ fictional characters. It's interesting to see them in different walks of life and how their cognitive functions play out to help them in whatever role they are in. As always, thank you for your time.